Hello. Today is a very special day, and I'm actually so excited to tell you about William Shakespeare. But before I tell you anything about him, did you ever know that William Shakespeare killed himself because of guilt? Let's know more about William Shakespeare. His background. William Shakespeare was born in 26 April 1564 and he died in 23 of April 1616. He was an English poet, actor, but most of all, he was the greatest writer in English language. Let's know about his family. His father was John Shakespeare, mother Mary Shakespeare, and his wife was Anna Hathaway. And William Shakespeare didn't have a big family, he just had like a boy and two daughters. For his education, yes, he did go to school when he was at the age of 7, but what's shocking here is that he didn't receive a university education nor a degree. So, how is it possible for someone to be like the best writer without even having education or a degree? It's kind of impossible, but William Shakespeare did it. Wow. For his accomplishments, he accomplished many things. He became a playwright. Shakespeare also wrote 37 plays. He wrote 154 songs, and he also marrying Anna was a really achievement for him because he was a faithful man to his wife and becoming a father. He really didn't want to become a father. He didn't really like having children and all this, but he somehow did it. So this was like one of actually the most, like the greatest achievement that he could achieve. For his story, he wrote many stories, but I chose like the favorite one of mine, which is Macbeth, or it's called the tragedy of Macbeth. This story talks about he had a prophecy of becoming the king. There were three watches that told him that he would become the king, but these three watches told him in order for him to be the king, he has to kill the king himself. And he also had a wife that always talked to him. She was actually supporting him to kill the king in order for him to take his place. And because of his wife always telling him to kill him, then he took the courage and went to kill the king. And because he killed the king, other people saw him, and because he wanted to not let anyone know about it, he had to kill more people and more and more and more. So he was thinking of just killing the king, but because he killed the king, he had to kill other people in order for him to not be known as the one who killed the king. And there was actually, as I was reading the story, some question came up to my mind. There were three questions that came, and I'm gonna share them with you. The first one is, did Macbeth want to always be the king? I believe so, because if he didn't want to become the king, he wouldn't really kill a person. But also, like, his wife was a great support of making him kill the king. Also, why did the three witches tell Macbeth about the prophecy? Because they were actually going to benefit from the king, and they also didn't like the king, didn't like the king himself, so they told Massabeth so that he can kill him and even get benefit from the king as well. And what is the moral of Massabeth? This story can teach us a very good lesson, which is to not kill or to not even do wrong, because once you do wrong or once you even lie, it will even make you do more things, make you do more bad things that will affect you. Like he just thought of just killing the king, but because of that he killed more people, like he killed lots of people, and that's why he even came to the point of killing himself, and he killed himself because he just saw death in front of him. So this is a great lesson that we can learn, is to always be true and never try to do whatever is wrong. Here is the story's analysis. His style was a blank verse, and for his figurative language he used comparisons such as simile and metaphors. And his tone was like really sad. It was not just sad, it was actually depressing. Here is how is Mathebus related today is modern. Mathebus uses the televitor character to motivate the dangers of being too ambitious. And for the modern society, it's actually human nature to always want to become to outcome the advantage. Like you always want to do something that you might get benefit from. So this is how they're related. Also, I used lots of references. Here are some references, some other references. This is my personal quote that I came up with. It's always do good, no matter what, because you will get your result is based on your own actions. So always do what's good. Here's the funny picture. خلاص, don't just look at me. Hi. Thank you for listening.